Let me give them what I think is most appropriate. Shorter tracks that are still heavy on the references. Thoughts that you can comprehend if you listen intently. I only don't make sense to those that are degenerates. I did most of the research for you. I'm not sitting here trying to bore you. Rather lure you in with information like Allure magazine recommends makeup products made by Americans and Great Britons. I'm living with a veiled bride from Michigan. Yours is like that guy from Insidious. Conspicuous like the minion named Kevin. Home Alone like Kevin. Had your girl screaming my name like Kevin's mom, Kate. I'm great like the United States 5 lakes. Superior being that can be seen from outer space, that would be me. Eerie as in scary, it's spooky like being in the cemetery on All Hallows Eve. I mean to say that I mean. Mr. Yo in Ontario is looking fly like a Drake. Bagging babes that are thick and pretty in the face. Don't care too much about brains, just gotta take my dick in all orifices like cake, paste, and shit. Fuck a slit. When I'm coming correct, my sword cuts through more than just flesh. Leave you morbidly wounded. Have a kid and I'ma name him Junior. I'm a Super Saiyan warrior. I can't help but to keep getting stronger and stronger after every single goddamn fucking battle. My training is never over. Beat your ass in with a tennis racket. I need myself a girl with a fat back like Serena Williams. My name holds as much weight as Venus's. I had her on my penis, kid, like bed bugs at night when you cut off the lights.
What the hell? What's that stance?
I'm a sorcerer playing soccer, kicking bars like a punter does footballs. Scores are applied the raw corrugated to enable products like cardboard boxes to fold. Murdered by a murderer crows, I'm in a dire need to read her diary. Got a thirst for knowledge and a need to know everything. February 14th is Valentine's Day. Shout out my Valentine, my Valentine. Brown eyes are globally most common, but it's a common misconception that only Europeans can see through a blue or green iris. Contact lenses can also be used to achieve this effect, but baby, that's cheating. I'm filled with packs on packs of wombats. We need an update stat. Status update, she just flatlined on the flatbed. Flat-chested with the fattest of asses. Kid, I don't eat breakfast. Train that metabolism. Better prepare meals in cattle, venison, rice, and chicken. Tongue in that chicken wing like I was actually eating it. Boneless like a jellyfish. When jumping from high heights, top, duck, and roll to absorb the impact and distribute it evenly throughout your whole body. Don't ever stop practicing your hobbies. Slime can be an acronym meaning straight life intelligence. Money is everything. I represent what I represent proudly. Shout out goes to Cloudy, an MC from the UK, quitting his friend DJ Tom Bomb Grenade. How can any man be mad at me when I came from the Wu-Tang Academy? Save yourself first, then go help others. Mr. Yo's been building shelters with his shovel. See, honestly, when it comes to most MCs' bars nowadays, most people don't even care to read. They just want to hear you cop a flow. A couple emphasizes on a few words here and there, and suddenly you caught a bunch of new fans. Mr. Yo can sit back on the court and play his role like Eric Snow. Slow is how I move when you first look at me, but in reality I can evaporate your ass fast like the Flash, stopping planet Earth on its axis. Get your girl's back bent real quick and shot in the mouth like 50 Cent. Smoke your bones like a spliff, sipping on a couple cups of blood, son. I'm dominant like Eli Manning's presence in the pocket was electric on his way to a second Super Bowl win. Against the New England Patriots, I ain't never gonna quit. Cal Ripken, and you ain't never gonna win like Jalen, Rose, and Reggie Miller. Mr. Yo's a killer son, Ray Lewis. You're plagued with problems like O.J. Simpson and Adam Pac-Man Jones. Never misspoke, never toke on dope. Float like corpses, bubbling like gases in a greenhouse environment. You got tangled up and stuck in a rut. Blindsided by sidewine, butternut tree roots, climbing wisteria vines that grow the color purple, and users of the animated hairstyle like Medusa, Sindel, and Bayonetta. I rap like Ramesses VII. See me drinking canned Coke on the bench for the Boston Celtics, then on TV again for the advertisements. Coach like Doc Rivers, spilling blood like Jason, courtside on purpose. Radiation can escape black holes, kid. I'm past the event horizon. So far gone, clock read 11:30 p.m. She swallowed all like a Tylenol PM. Changes to your sexual orientation can be painfully obvious like Bailey J's when you're human. But in the Indian Ocean, some organisms can make this switch on the daily, as it is all a recurring part of their natural life process. Fish like it. Get it? Pixar produced a movie about it.
I like your style, and I will admit, initially I didn't know the style. I didn't understand where the style was going, and then I realized it's not for me to understand. It's for me to watch and follow. You know what I mean? And it's for you to express yourself artistically. How would you describe your style? Impeccable.
Yeah, man. Self-centered. I got a self-centered style. You know, it's gonna be hard for people to simple-minded people to understand anyway. But you know.
You're about to see this sun burst and leave your son hurt with the blast comparable to solar flares. Curly hair girls as long as Merida's and colored like a zebra compete like Pete Rose did. Use two hands when holding on to a handgun, kids. Thoroughbred horses housed in stables can run even the wealthiest of successful businessmen bankrupt. Always acquire a second opinion to avoid becoming brainwashed. It's hard to resist hanging from the ceilings like icicles on the outsides of buildings. Skirt, 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 I'm swerving all up on the sidewalks and pavement, hitting children with the rhetoric of avalanches crashing down cliff sides. Trapped skiing victims have a 20-minute time span if they want to survive by punching their way to safety before suffocation sets in and all surface tension becomes frozen. I run faster than the signs plastered in a school zone, but just under those posted in a residential neighborhood. Black herons create shade with their wings to attract prey. I haven't held a bottle since I was a toddler. My buddy banged a broad named Tanya. All these beats here were handmade by my man-made Noguano. From PA to Canada, this project is international, son. We shine bright among inanimate objects like Jupiter in the night sky, only behind the moon and Earth's twin. Don't make me say it again. I'm not your friend, I'm not your cousin. We ain't related, so I'm not your brother. I smother sisters with the seasoned drizzle, kinda like mushrooms and onions on a steak. Split it open and taste the juicy pink center. I got women by the acres and I ration them out like a landlord, breaking records like David Akers while sharing one of the 5 animal forms. The longest field goal attempted on record was 76 yards and missed by Sebastian Janikowski. Damn, Mr. Yo, you so damn fine and you nasty.
I knew a few places you was at. I could have pulled up, but I don't think that was gangster. I wanted to come look you in your face like a man and tell you how I feel. You understand me? Straight up like a man.
Mr. Yo might just boast in a pair of all-white Yeezy boots only because they're made by Adidas. So many rhymes you die by the same 2 hands that I grip the mic with. I'm fucking nice, kid. Hop out the foreign and I'm dabbing. You crab-ass adolescent rappers get your tire iron across the forehead for being stupid and misled by your elders. You can live up to the point of when your blood becomes too toxic without both your kidneys to regulate your circulatory system. Oh, how my whole immediate family misses him. My Uncle Jimmy, that is, but when I be dancing in the graveyard, yo, I hit a fat ass with that long stroke, like the opening drive on a scenic par 5. Crocodiles out of water are known to feed on infants in Gainesville, Florida. You have transgender identity issues like Tom Gable. I only drink the orange juice with the pulp. Doesn't matter the label, sir. If I were a little more famous, I'd make a great addition to the panel of judges for the competition that is known as American Idol. tiptoe through the tulips at nighttime like a spider. Next thing you know, I'm through your window, and the light I reflect has you seeing colors all over the fucking place. I'm in black holes like Interstellar, and I ain't talking about space. We set the pace with shorter tracks and interludes in an attempt to keep the attention of the listener, dude. Mr. Yo catches bodies like your sister while I'm in the river with the rhythm of a jackhammer, multitasking. I'm the new Batman like Ben Affleck, kid. We ride in, A14 horsemen. You be drowning in a sea of semen that'll harden into cement once mixed in with the bloodshed. Do the addition and that's 814 corpses, kid, no coffins. Leave a hole in this world when I split the earth open from a form of K.O.Ken for this mass burial ceremony. The memorial services were held courtesy of courageous angels from Los Angeles courting traveling shaman in Bangladesh. I'm Chris Angel at a seance with my fiance. You couldn't spot me, your crew gets shot at, no paparazzi. Simulate might just pop a couple Roxys and hydrocodone. Mr. Yo don't condone that type of behavior. Laziness and broken promises, I can break that there heart of yours, you little bitty bitch, just for acting petty. But I'm on my grown man shit. Tell her to hit a lick like she was drug dealing. I'm a big deal, we still a pair like atmospheres. She play with my spheres when we're just sitting there on the couch cold chillin', watching the Houston Rockets on television play against the Detroit Pistons. Mountains can be moved using nothing but sheer concentration. That is if you're Mr. Yo. If you don't know, you better learn something. Hardcore since the day I was born, holding 2 swords I gave my own mother cesarean section. Head so big that I don't need your suggestions. It's tempting with the Smith & Wesson 1911 pointed in your direction that I pulled from the top drawer of my dresser this morning. We be undressing you like it was sexual.
Ripping the gold mic, I'll rock a Desert Eagle type. 50 cal ain't no hype. Enter the Sandman, taking time, holding a burner in the summertime. Yo, while spitting a rhyme. Classic nights, wearing Reeboks with the pumps, robbing chumps, selling fiends, bunk oregano chunks, stashing my cream in a shoebox, warm or stock, selling rocks for a laser beam Glock. Cocaine smoke, cocaine snort, cocaine snort, cocaine plans for schemes, selling dust on the Lower East Side. Ash 23rd Street, 814, hardcore, rockin' golden max, files of crack in the backpack. Yo, peace, God.
Gambino! Gambino, help me! Gambino!
Coming through with the smell that's a stink like pine trees. I'll cut off your limbs like cutting down a pine tree. Used dry blood can make your skin sticky like the liquid that secretes from a pine tree. I'm towering over everything, I'm gigantic like a pine tree. My rhymes crash down upon your head like cones, standing in the forest under a pine tree. I'm taking you guys out in rows and stacking the bodies like loggers logging for pine trees. On the better things though, did you know that I grow like a sunflower seed? My girl eats my seeds like sunflower seeds, which both contain trace amounts of vitamin C, beneficial proteins, and the mineral zinc. Needless to say, she's beautiful, like the results of planting a sunflower seed. Give it about 5 or 6 weeks and that's what she be looking like, G. Guzzling a D like Gatorade. Peep the logo, Mr. Yo plays games with words like those puzzles located in the back of the newspaper, taboo. And you already know that a kid don't lose. Fool, you fools. Misdirection has been common since the conception of magic, dating back to the ancient Egyptians and used as a form of entertainment. I'll hold an audience captivated by my stage presence. Check me out, I go on now any minute. Chances are if you listen, you'll dig it. Head spinning kick, member of the 7 Ninja Swordsmen of the Mist. Your heightened sense of alertness is only temporary due to the effects of a stimulant, like Ritalin, Vyvanse, Strattera, Adderall, and all other types of amphetamines. Natural occurring versions of these things will be ginseng and green tea. MC like Killer B, check out my rhyme scheme. Fuck a melody, I'm offbeat like Bobby and willing to bet that you're hearing this digitally. Not concentrating as hard as you should be. Some meanings are hidden, kid, like a village is by tree leaves. I have a concern regarding your learning capabilities. Reoccurring power surges, contact, Penelec, run the floor like Serge Ibaka, who's fluent in 4 different dialects. Mr. Yo's a doctor with the scalpel. When it comes to the treatment of parasites, consult a specialist. Your regular medical practitioner or primary care physician may miss what's most important. These organisms lie dormant as your side effects can be mistook for something minor, a major like cancer. My girl's a dancer kid like one of Santa Claus's 9 reindeer, sitting on my lap like it was a damn chair. Try eating ass with glasses. I lather it up, then I stab it. Standing or folded, rolling like bowling balls, strikes like Mike Machuga. She's just the type that just might chew up all my bubblegum, son. Now I'm on my knees and she's halfway off the sofa. Don't you see the difference in me like subtraction? The fact is, mathematics won't allow us to be added and made one. But you're so in the negatives, I don't even want to get into it. It seems to be an everyday occurrence. We over here stirring, cooking it with the wrist motion, whipping it like the mistress, a dominatrix who's a playable character in the PlayStation 2 exclusive Rumble Roses. The sequel was only released for the 360. Not making sense to me, but companies will sell out and change directions just for the money. Something about production lacking and changes, you not being needed, reason without cussing, then go Jet Li on jet skis. Remember when Rex Ryan led the New York Jets to a championship ring? I heard that he's got a foot fetish. Nevertheless, let me be the first to confess that I wish the New York Mets would have won the World Series instead of the Kansas City Royals. Not talking sporting events, but your girl takes a seat on Mr. Yo's bench like Michael Beasley after getting arrested for marijuana possession, then having to serve a 5-game league suspension. Guilty by association, 5'10" Caucasian with his cock invasion. Standing 5'1", son, but when she's kneeling on her knee, she measures under 3. Alcohol begins to boil once reaching an internal temperature of 117 degrees Celsius. For us Americans, that breaks down to 243 degrees Fahrenheit. My rhyme schemes are tight. Type like H.P. Lovecraft on a typewriter, then print out my writtens on an HP printer system, spitting straight into the microphone. Human babies are born helpless due to not being fully developed in the woman's uterus, so be sure to be ready and able to welcome them into an environment that can be fully and properly managed, ideally by 2 parents of the opposite sex. Kids raising kids, having kids when they're still kids. Kid, I'm shaking my head just saying this. Speaking with a sense of arrogance, I will admit I ripped like Terry McGinnis in a futuristic Gotham. I know-it-all like Maxine Gibson, armed with a keyboard. Even behind a computer screen, I can see right through your secret identity. Perceive my lyrics in the Batcave. Memorable memorabilia like mechanical, ginormous Tyrannosaurus. I'm impervious to those bullets when wearing a cape to hide my body's actual movements. It's been scientifically proven that Mount Vesuvius is actually a volcano located in Italian Gulf of Naples. Comic book character Jason Todd was wronged by avid comic book readers, leading to his untimely death by a ticking time bomb at a warehouse with his mom in Ethiopia by the hands of the Joker. Mr. Yo and Noguano don't hope for no hoes, but they come to us in abundance cause their relationships are platonic and somewhat of a mess. But kid, that's just the way I like it. I like the way you touch me there. I like the way you do, yeah. Brush it. I like how you mean for no reason. I slap the shit out you, boo, when my dick's all up inside you, screaming like a domestic violence dispute. I don't usually shoot at my rivals unless they try and steal my style, and then I go boom, ah. Mr. Yo and Noguano on these tracks like Joe Ted, I am mad. From Dual Survival, airing on the Discovery Channel every Wednesday, Aaron and Amanda demand some attention right away, but this cable subscription that I purchased has commercials in it, so they can patiently wait another like 8 minutes before I bless them with my affection. Self-centered narcissist with an exaggerated sense of importance. I'm just as gorgeous as my girlfriend or Princess Pocahontas, kid. Indians protected by the United States government are legally allowed to harvest and ingest a Scheduled 1 controlled substance, peyote, containing mescaline. Somebody rap battle me. My mentality's gone stagnant, it seems. Undercover's like concrete when rainwater accumulates in the puddles. I still think I'm beautiful like a flower, but your love doesn't make me want to hold metal and pull hammers like pedals. I don't wonder anymore, and I don't feel complete when I'm with you. Wonder Woman might just sweep any man off of his feet, but she ain't my type, dude. Glow like night lights in a dark room. I'm bright, but not really needed. See me with a pocket full of chocolate. I got bars for days and eat cake for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. You get the picture. The immortal duo will ruin your crew. Reduce you to rocks and rubble, fool. I'm talking Acropolis during an apocalypse. I put you on skates and make the court look like an ice rink. When speaking, emphasis can change the meaning of a sentence, so it's no wonder half my text messages get returned back to the sender with a question mark stapled at the end. In other words, Mr. Yo uses the same calling card as the Riddler. One look at my fingers and it's got you thinking Lord of the Rings, sir. I rule them all with the wrist work. The Bass God follows me on Twitter, and I've been retweeted by several porn stars before. I only fuck with the bad bitches like Vicky that chase me like prey. I find it awfully odd how your broad wants my wand homie like every day. I put that on my family. 401k, my sister's the beneficiary. All black Lamborghini, I'm Bruce Wayne in his younger days. You sit the bench like you're homeless. I'm on the court every possession like Josh Childress. You need to chill, bitch, and get undressed. I might just pull up in a Jaguar, bad bitch, ass fat, coming in about the passenger. She just got done bobbing for apples, kidding, no napkins were needed. Chain so big that you could hang a 10-month baby from it, whereas yours would get bent. Champions are formed under pressure like diamonds. I treasure color girls like a pirate. I'm just rhyming after reading a Cosmopolitan while receiving pics on the flip ever since some kid posted my digits on the internet. Of half-naked women in suggestive positionings, and if I ever had a more advanced phone like a Samsung Galaxy Edge S7 or HTC whatever, they'd be videos, but you already know. I only come over when her parents are not home. And if she's on birth control, swishing sweet like cigarellos with the weed rolled up in them. High school right fielder like professional baseball player Nick Swisher. They be feeling him when he hits. Mr. Yo's like Prince Fielder or Prince. In every aspect. As a musician, there's only a few that I respect more than him. Sour Patch Kids added a blue raspberry flavor to their mix, and shit, it's nothing less than fucking banging. I eat a handful of them, no flex. I know how to go and get a motherfucking check. No flex. All fucked up in the head like a fucking mental patient. No flex. The temporary estate was great for the weekend. What about it? A state of complete consciousness with full access to the subconscious. Mr. Yo's brain functions at 100%. No flex. The male version of Scarlett Johansson making eye contact with casual glances from fans giving me lap dances, doing handstands while still at it. Some Middle Eastern people may bathe using sand. His immense amount of power is ridiculous, as it reminds her too much of memories from a past she can't remember, but I never forget. One fucking take. One fucking take. I wasn't gonna rap over this track. I just wanted it to play out. Noguano. No mister. Last leg look like DeAndre Jordan in drag. When I play Monopoly, I make moves with either the thimble or the money bag. Thin like a pencil, but that ass be fat like a cabbie racer. Swinging my sword like Samurai Jack, I keep one on my back like a tattooed Brock Lesnar. Scratch that, I meant that, I got that same sword in your chest as Brock Lesnar. I'm the best, sir. Skull stacked in my layer as collectibles, representing an 814 area code. Mr. Yo goes ghost like Danny Phantom in a silver Rolls Royce Phantom with girls like Samantha Manson. Quicksilver ambulance give me the advantage to summon multiple dragons real quick and still be able to fuck up your shit with an instant. Innocent onlookers call ambulances on their cell phones looking genuinely concerned for your outcome. Well, out comes the fangs, kid. Big wings like Pegasus. We train till the rain hits. Never quit, tongue kiss with the pretty bitch. Getting head like Perseus, I dissipate into mist.
You coward. Why didn't you hit me when you had the chance? I was under the impression that you were supposed to be a ruthless killer. The kind of competitor that's incapable of mercy. Why should your tactics change so dramatically because you're fighting against me?
Don't you know? I'm back and that's a fact, jackass. Joaquin passed the half gallon of Joaquin's vodka to scone Veronica in the basement where I'm standing patient, holding the water bottle and smoking a cigarette so I don't look that suspicious to your average party partaker. Kobe Bryant played his entire 20-year career with the Los Angeles Lakers, amounting him with 5 NBA championships, 18 All-Star appearances, while leaving an everlasting impression on the league as one of the greatest players to ever play at the shooting guard position. In the pastime activity invented by the Canadian professor James Naismith. This is not just my opinion, as it's generally accepted as religion, and on top of all that, he's a native Pennsylvanian. You dig what I'm saying, kid? He attended the high school of Lower Merion. Mr. Yo was the rap game Sean Marion, half man, half alien. If they're looking for a third Mary Mallon member, my talents tear through tendons, which consist mostly of college, and college is a pretty big life expense. Pay attention or end up in a great amount of debt. I get excited when me and Noguano connect. It's like I said and he spikes it over the net, or vice versa. My verses are an ace and on point. You couldn't send them back my way even if you practiced all day. She kept that head tight like a close shave. My nuts all over that face like Olay Regenerist. I'm at the supermarket copping Lobster Kid. My claws bear a resemblance to heartbeat paws. A healthy heart beats roughly 50 times a minute. And like a lizard, there is no limitations to the variations of widespread psychosis.
In the dojo, and what these haters don't know, they go extinct like dodo. Oh god, I fucking hope so. I'll be a star, oh faux show. You are just a homo, and I'm a fucking sapien times 3. I'm not gonna say it again. I'm smarter than an alien, my mind's bursting out my cranium and filling the whole stadium. Yeah, we are so radiant, and for hardcore is the greatest then. And every group feels too impressed, cause you've been spoiled by the best. Mediocrity is all that's left, 100% of me disrespect. Worse than squid on the clarinet, so I request. Jump on the bandwagon, it's not a theft. If you go against, they'll beat you like I'm Ron Artest. By our flows you are possessed, cause there's evil demons in my penis. Cause Big D is so conceited, leaving senoritas speechless. Getting head, I guillotine it. Making bread, I am like Jesus, but instead I fucking need it. Never run out of ideas, even when I'm old like Regis. Big D's bigger than behemoths, while you bitches fucking need it. Put it in a plate and fucking eat it. Bitch, that means I don't fucking see it.
Mr. Yo concurs. 814 hardcore is coast to coast. Yo, hyenas are closely related to felines. Don't believe me, that's fine. Just check the bloodline. I'm a canine with clear eyes like Ben Stein, writing lines like he did speeches for Richard Nixon. Strengthening my relations with China Doll. She's awfully tall for a girl. I retract that last statement. This is music to cruise to at nighttime. Before I'm done rhyming, about to hit your asses with a series of releases like R.L. Stein has books for children. Got my lads on these here tracks like the attack of the jack-o'-lanterns. Plot twists like Chuck Palahniuk, or better yet M. Night Shyamalan. Be careful what you wish for. If ever given the opportunity, chances come and chances go, gone just as quick as they came. Sexy female names like Tabitha and Clarissa. I throw magic around like a fastball, knuckles deep in my girlfriend's asshole. When she starts to itch, we wash the sheets. I'm a filthy bastard kid, a sun unique. We keep planets in orbit. Trace my origins back to my parents. We be dancing in the graveyard, you sucker motherfuckers. Pass the microphone to simulate before I dissipate into a cloudy mist. Envelope in the road, many accidents do occur, mister, yo.
Is that alright? Fuck yeah, man.
Fifth, sixth fucking time. Wanted to shoot myself in the head. Was about to end our friendship over this.
Damn.
At long last, I've ascended. Well done. You amaze me.
Wow, he's really cute. Excuse me? You're kidding, right?
Dante taught me, so I make all my text messages read as if they were straight out of the Divine Comedy. Don't taunt me. Exit promptly, then enter in an adventure to Arabia boarding a hot air balloon. I'm talking a thermal airship looking like a blimp with a few strangers on it that I don't even know. We haven't met before, I'm Mr. Yo and that's Noguano. We a couple of animals like a flying hybrid cross of a praying mantis, manatee carpenter ant, and a nocturnal primate galago mixed in with an iguana. Except bigger, we walk upright. Godzilla was amphibious and hit over 600 during the 2009 World Series, kid. And you already know the Yankees win. If I get drafted, I'ma retire with them. Big racks right on my skin. Holla out to my new friend Yarb the Iraqian. An Iroquois Indian chief or Mohawk king's headpiece is not discreet. Your ears are coy, boy. While my game is so far advanced, I'll be forever SP. Do the knowledge, my body like a Barbie. Touch me and it'll be Halloween in these streets like Friday the 13th. Your girlfriend ugly, looking like Freddy. Some sort of skin condition that worsens by the minute. I whip it, hit the dab real quick, and she end up riding the dick like My Little Pony. The only POVs I watch star me. I sleep in a coffin, I hang with dead ones often. A place where they once sold oranges, syringes were invented for medicinal purposes. On a porch with Portia, her mom couldn't afford groceries among other things, so the government would supply the whole family once every 4 weeks with benefits electronically transferred to a card. I slip in between them ass cheeks like credit or debit as we speak. I'm busy, bro, I'll call you back later. Don't text this number. I'm better than Reggie Miller, an all-around player. Back to Jersey read yo, reporters call him Mister. He sometimes doesn't answer their questions. Don't dress like Russell Westbrook though, but I am the self-proclaimed GOAT. Quotable rap shit on par with your favorite lyricist. I haven't made a kid till the day my lyrics are wrongly interpreted on Rap Genius. Read more literature. 814 hardcore. Most songbirds sing songs and hit them high notes. All educational like an episode of Arthur Sir. I am the next best thing to entertainment since Exel started playing randomly on Nicktoons. My hand size has no maximum. I graced the covers of Maxim by myself, and once the final edition finally hit the shelves, stores quickly sold it out as if their customers couldn't get enough. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Mr. Yo's so stoic that there's statues of him in England. He's on top every building in Copenhagen, gripping 2 little Uzis in his fist. A resident of Pennsylvania, I must admit, and he's quick to go Super Saiyan on a bitch if she wish, in London or even in his parents' basement. I smash that pussy like car crash accidents or high energy blast through a mountain, leaving a wide ass radius. I ain't acting kid when I say I'm Batman like George Clooney. No mister, no mantra, no weed either. Summer 16, a guy named Cyanide remixed this beat. Things tend to come full circle in life, so remember that. It never hurt anyone to ask. Predict the outcome of future events while keeping in mind what has happened to them in the past. My sidekick, psychic kick, detective yo, visionary, no mister, invisible cloaks and daggers choking you up and stabbing you. I'm really gonna stand here staring at you from all the way across the room.
You know I always rock the beat, clothes stay unique. All these girls out here saying that eyebrows on fleek. Well, my wallet on fleek, and I got 100 G's. Cause I'm all about my cheese, yeah, that $1 million dreams. And I might fuck your bitch, call it hit and leave. And I need more than 50 G's for that coca. Pushing work out a red Nova. No Range Rover, Red Rover. Bring that cash over, and I tax that rock a snap cap type of shit. Make your bitch ask, can I have that? So I grabbed that. Nothing to get that cash back. Done straight crash that. And you saying that you riding around getting it, but you lying cause you ain't hitting it. That bunk weed, yeah, I'm ditching it. It's your bitch that I did it with. Don't believe me? I'll take a pic of her nose all on my dick. And I'm smoking strong, and I won't quit.
You know I'm always on point like a point guard. John Wall, Boris Diaw. Big balls dribbling, dick needs hiccuping. Frogs go ribbit, kid. Mr. Yo's silhouette's known globally like Jerry West's. Coming correct, able to intercept arrows with my chest and still live to tell stories about it. Brian Dawkins, when he didn't play for the Denver Broncos, was referred to as Weapon X. We get fresh like test tube specimens, left hand jam, my man's ambidextrous, I dished it to him so they credit me with the assist. I'm nice as shit and I'm pretty, bitch, no makeup, I wake up like this. Chicks wish they can get with a kid, but I'm sorry to inform you, miss, that after a long series of unfortunate events, sadly he's taken. Lemony Snicket on the narration. If you're busy shopping at a Barnes & Nobles and care to be bothered by a recommendation from another paying customer, search for the author Rey Tosim in the nonfiction or high fantasy sections. Stepping off kinda softly, 814 Hardcore still radiates rather brightly though.
You know I rock 20 karat ropes, cherry dope. Mix the coke, make it organic with the brown sugar. It will make flow like Ray Leonard when you're high. I drive by in a bulletproof Acura, jet black. Holding a milked out Mac, cock ready splash back. Holding at the back of the room, half asleep, dreaming of muscle cars and cream. Holding the laser beam, robbing super cream. Jump out of the Beamer, Lamborghini, depending on the week. Sporting coke for the schemes, rubber band bricks. Flip the birds quick, reverse the shit. Slinging points for the gangsters on the side. Betting on my size, I get 1.5. Reebok, your heart stop, break the pot. Super spot clientele rock with the white eyes vice.
You know God body, stuffed the chrome shoddy in the Tommy duffel bag. All black Buick Regal, cockback, Mac hammers behind the trigger, I'm seeing you. Pistol whipping you with leopard print imprint. Weapons from here to Texas, kid, take your pick. 814 Hardcore is sick. Run up in your crib with the baddest of intentions. Lucifer is a Latin term with origins meaning light bringing. Bullets and shoe endorsements. Mr. Yo is a young Gilbert Arenas during the 2004-2005 NBA regular seasons. We reflect without reason. So much heat we don't even notice. It becomes second nature. Brain so big that it's making my skull elongated.
You know I'm coming. 814 Hardcore on the blacktop with double rims, we're running. We run it. We run this town, G-Town, east, west, up and down. Showstoppers, the crowd stops when we come around. New watch on my wrist with a face that's round. Mr. Yo creating a brand new sound. All this money in my pants that's rubber band bound. Easy to lose count, have a bad shit counted out. If you're stepping to the squad, then the squad will stomp you out.
You know how I be living. Diamonds so jagged that they thought they were glaciers. You know, I know when you're lying, girl. So why do you even try it, girl? I've been through this many times before with different girls, but damn girl, I thought you was different, girl. 814 Hardcore is bigger than a telescope the size of Earth. You get her, bustin' dance moves, I put in work, I am a jerk. Mr. Yo, coming like a bee, he be buzzing. Mr. Yo, flowing like his sword, you can't hold it. Whoa, Mr. Yo, tell us why these hoes be jealous. Whoa, Mr. Yo, spread them like Moses, they love him. Whoa, Mr. Yo, the vampire, count paper on the bander. Ayy, Mr. Yo, you blinded by how bright the kid be shining. Xander graduated from Kansas and wore the number 10. Retired uniforms like Wilt Chamberlain, swimming under a drawbridge connecting Fort Augustus and Foyers Lake Loch Ness extends for nearly 23 miles. According to science, the Oriental Hornet has solar panels on its exoskeleton that convert sunlight directly into electricity. I carry it rather efficiently. The city on my shoulders like Derek's first year in Chicago, all those roses aren't the color red. I'm bleeding kid right through the bandages. Your girlfriend dressed me. Exceptionally weaponry questionable during waging a foreign war in the city of Istanbul, which was historically known as Constantinople. Heavy sword showboat and Jean-Paul, Jean Constantine, and a mass Bruce Wayne on my team like angels playing on a field of dreams. Ken Griffey Jr. was elected into the Baseball Hall of Fame in his first and only attempt at the ballot. It was a unanimous decision. Reanimated corpses like the hydration of a resurrection plant. One last dance, said Carol as she kneeled on the floor mat beside the table. The floral competition was stiff, but she knew her pattern was the best. As the judge hit the gavel, I was led into another room, then instructed to come back as he fixed my sentencing. Terms and conditions, stipulations of supervision, trivia from a Nivea spokesperson. Took her to the movies to see the movie The Martian featuring Matt Damon as the astronaut Mark Watney. She put me in her jaw like a straw after the opening scene. A prominent member of society, Mayor Mr. Yo presiding accordingly, mirroring his foes every move till he gains the upper hand, then lands the fatal blow strategically. Scoop moves like a ladle, serving you like waiters do soup. There's more to come after the appetizer. Advil made by Pfizer and pills like Lyrica and Viagra, but their business is not strictly limited to pharmaceuticals. Also, their product list includes chapstick and Preparation H. I attack with haste. She made that ass clap in my face. Cherish the taste of victory. I only fuck with turn-based RPGs. RPGs being manufactured in abundance in Sweden and sold by arms dealers all around the US of A. Clairvoyant buoyancy disrupting napping children peacefully. As a parent, you should listen and not just dismiss these visions. I'm just saying, paranormal witnesses are not that far-fetched once backed with evidence.
It's Phantom Xander, baby. You know me now. Possessing the elegance of a toadstool, he is a real character, but not a real person. Dispersing spores through the wilderness like characteristics through a gene pool, he will take no further questions. If you get offended by what others don't say, then you need to dig deeper. Phantom Xander's a thinker, not a speaker. Thought process, precise beaker. Head level metal spatula, slapped like rubber bands. When memories come flying back at ya, words are the lowest form of expression. Insights await every organism who presses on. I caught myself a leprechaun, and there is no gold to splash into at the end of rainbows I witness. Senselessness leads to discoloration. Phantom Xander is dipping litmus papers. Always use protection such as thimbles. Jack be nimble, couldn't keep up as I'm serving suckers like Wimbledon. Learning to use chopsticks will make you eat slower and enjoy what you're tasting. Time is not wasting. You wanna make a change, then do it. There's nothing to it, my man. Poltergeists appear in places where they have regrets. Phantom Xander ghosting hits but saying no to cigarettes. He's stupid but not that stupid. It's like he's got Tourette's or something.
Mr. radio knows these hosts are like mulch. Red bones with skin tones the color of dirt. When I flirt, my words go deeper than throat. No joke though, but she knock on this door till it opens. Give her something on her forehead like an ointment. She thought it was snowing, rubbing that clit in like an ointment. All up in that mouth, kid, no dentist appointment. But look at the house that we just built like a minute ago. Pretty sick, isn't it, bro? I'm big kid Kristaps Porzingis. There's a cemetery that exists underwater near the city of Miami, random like Phantom Xander as I shine bright like a candle sun with an infinite wick, extending my tentacles to grip up your bitch. Mr. Yobi nimble, Mr. Yobi quick, Mr. Yobi slow when he's flowing for you kids. Dark out, but it ain't raining. 8:30 a.m. They heard birds chirping when William Leslie opened up the door to their residence on a Saturday. Unexpectedly, they never seen the man before, but he saw a daughter still asleep underneath some covers. It was then all his thoughts of home invasion suddenly vanished, and he stumbled across the tile floor and limping like he was injured until he got to the carpet, collapsing like a heart attack patient. Mad like a scientist with straps strapped to his back, the type of the ones used to hunt humans with. He sensed movement because he wasn't out of it. He looked up to his left and towards the steps of what must have been his future girlfriend's parents. Glanced her over real quick, lip, nose, eyebrow pierced, black hair with a pink tint, pale skin, thinking in his head, she must be defiant. Picked the Nina drip, equipped silence, and dropped them before they even had the chance to step foot in their own basement. Extra careful not to wake baby. 2 bullets entered the father's medulla oblongata, and before her mother had the chance to go suicidal, squeezed one between her cheeks. Now the only thing she'd be seeing is the back of her own eyelids. Before he assessed the mess, he had himself a walk around the crib for a bit, heated up a cold sandwich from the refrigerator that tasted like it was from a VFW. Some pretty good bar food. Couldn't help but to notice the view from the back porch of the woods. Now on to find Bay's room. Stuffed animals that were goats, pentagrams, candles, and a long black coat hanging from a hook in the corner, a shelf full of books, a curious cat you already know interested. The man had to have himself a look before he continued forward. Ulysses by James Joyce, cooking for anarchists, crime and punishment sprinkled in with some romance type shit. Twilight and Kurt Vonnegut. A used car salesman is Rey Tosim. When he spits, he makes you listen, kid, then pack them bags real quick, starting with the essentials. Toothbrush, socks, and some underwear. He couldn't help but to stare at what he found in her dresser drawers. Not talking dildos, yo, but this stuff would fuck you, so he tucked those too. Looking like a soccer club, we almost ready to go, son. But first, let me break down William's dead body disposal. Run it as a cover-up or a whole family abduction gone wrong. That's when he heard someone talking. Dump them in the trunk, then in the river, or leave them here and let them wonder. Let them investigate. No fingerprints on the shell case or anywhere else in that place. Leather gloves be a sheath for the fingertips. Crept to where an angel slept and waked her up with some breakfast. Just kidding, pulled off the sheets revealing no clothing. Okay, you gonna come with me or not? I got the Honda Odyssey parked right down the block, 20 feet behind a stop sign. She said, why try? I've been waiting for you for some time, and you already got my jacket, so let's get to stepping. I'm William, I'm Leslie. I want you to dress me all pretty, daddy, before we go. Take me away for a lifetime. Alright, I'd like to take this time tell everybody thank you for listening to the album. I hope that you guys listen to it all the way through. front to back. I hope you listen to it all the way through, multiple times. For those that have, even just giving it a few listens, a slight listen, I appreciate it. And I hope that you enjoy it. If you do enjoy it, even if you don't enjoy it, let people know about it, you know what I mean? Tell them that you like it, tell them that you dislike it. Put the word out, see how they feel about it. Maybe turn somebody on to something new, who knows? But, no mister. Fourth official release from the artist known as Mr. Yo, done in full collaboration with a producer from Canada, who I met as Noguano, who formerly went by the name Noodle Fingers, and who also goes by the moniker Phantom Xander. Kid does many different things. I don't know what he can't do, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, we did it. We came together. He reached out to me. I reciprocated back. We stayed in touch. We had good communication. Did it the way it should have been done, you know? Now, before I forget, which I did forget in my last outro, if you guys are trying to get a hold of me, Mr. Yo or Noguano, I'll lay down our information. Mr. Yo's email, MrYoBooking@gmail.com. Be sure to spell out Mr. He has a SoundCloud, soundcloud.com/Mr. Yo 814. Be sure to spell out Mr. and use the numbers when it comes to 814. No spaces in between there. And for all you kids or young adults or adults trying to be kids, he has a Twitter. His handle or @ is ShineBrightSun, SON. His name is Mr. Yo, so either search it or do whatever you do. Slide in them DMs. View the timeline. And if you're trying to get a hold of Noguano, he's got a SoundCloud. www.soundcloud.com/Noguano. NOGUANO. Just Noguano, all lowercase. He's got all his information on the side, along with a decent amount of other projects on there. He's worked with a number of other artists. He's building up his brand, just like Mr. Yo's building up his. So if you like what you hear, check him out. Other than that, I'm happy with the release. I hope you guys are happy with it. I'd love to hear feedback. I'd love to hear hate. I love it all. But in the end, it really doesn't matter, because I know what I'm doing. I like to think I know what I'm doing, and I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing. I got a couple features throughout this album, and if you've been following Mr. Yo, I think you already know how he does it. He keeps everything in-house, keeps everything tight. You know, all these people are people I know on the regular and I hang out with on the regular. Play basketball with. I know these kids. I grew up with them for the most part. I'd have it no other way. You know, I tried reaching out to a couple big names, and they wanted the big bucks. So I said, alright, pass on that. But yeah, you know, you'll never know if you don't try. So I tried, and now I know. Nevertheless, you know, I got my boy, I got the God Body Donnie coming through with the gangster bars once again on not only one track, but with a couple tracks. And you may know him as D-Rex. He featured on With a Heavy Heart on the track Jim Carrey. Changed his name. For the better, I'd say. But I wanted him on one more track. Had an idea for it, but he said he was versed out, and I don't blame him. It's hard work. But he said he'd do something nice for my next project, so I'm looking forward to that. I got another feature on there from a kid, Dope Big D. Kid I played basketball with, went to high school with. See him time to time at the park, you know. Stay in decent contact. You guys may know him. I referenced him in my opening track to the world, You're Wide Open. He's got a couple lines in there that are about him. Funny how things come around, you know. I didn't know this kid rapped until I dropped a project, and he said, man, you know, I write. I said, shit, let's get it. And what, 3 albums later, got him on something. He came through with the flows, you know, a little something, like I said, to break up the monotony that is Mr. Yo. You just keep it running, you know what I mean? Keep it running, keep it moving, no hooks, but I'll tease you with a couple features, you know. And then what else? I got a big posse cut, you know. I got a big Jumpoff track, you know. The big jump. I got Newcomer on there that I just met on the basketball court earlier this year. I reference him in the track before that track, Super Saiyan 4. Stage name, Young Dribs. Comes through with the mainstream flow. Rides the beat like a mother. Something that I'll let somebody else do in that style, in that vein. Nice little break. Then you got God Body on it once again. Me on there a couple times. And we got the Nameless feature. We ain't gonna get into that, because that's the way he told me he wanted it. But just know that kid's been there since day one. And it's a mainstream flow. Very monotone, but I can dig it. To each their own. And that last feature was the man behind all the beats, Noguano, as Phantom Xander. Coming through on a different tip, his own tip. I like it. Good shine. Like I already said, every single beat made by the big homie Noguano. All the lyrics written by yours truly, Mr. Yo. You know, doing what he does. That's all there really is to say, you know. Just gonna keep doing that hardcore hip hop, you know. Shaved head looking like Jason Statham. From the back in an all-black suit, kid, check out the wardrobe. My bitch is a witch, I hit it and did. Before my relationship wasn't like this. Yes, we are finished, and no, we're not friends. I'm kinda glad that this came to an end. Although I do miss some times that we spent. It's better now that I know we're not meant for each other. A king cobra in the burrow, yo. No, bro, it's Mr. Yo, the Playboy centerfold for the month of April, ho. Hanging from your walls like a poster, though. Stroke them different angles like a triangle. Make her say, oh, my hands all over her throat. Sucking on my post like Post Malone. I stalked boar with a sword. Never have I ever bought my meat from a store. My ex-girl liked it when I got engorged. Now I'm out here alone and bored without any sexual activity. Someone give me some cut up please, but in all actuality I know that won't make me truly happy because the feelings would just be temporary. I wanna cuff it like I was the police. To the bedpost, what I want most is emotional gratification with a whole lot of sex sprinkled in. I only got one real friend, and I've never once looked towards the opposite gender for comfort, even when I had a bitch to call my own. Mr. Yo is different to the point where his clone's characteristics bear only a superficial resemblance. On that aggressive no sex tip, you don't wanna fuck with a kid simply because I carry around that personal lubricant, making it harder for you to move in the mornings. Morning Alonzo morning in a long sleeve t-shirt on a summer day. I give you this work, like I didn't play. I need a girl with a fat ass that'll twerk. Whenever I say, you know my heart still hurts, but I'll be okay. I know my love is still worth it. Take the Highland, man, these fans want pictures. Mr. Yo posed like Derek Zoolander for Sports Illustrated. The swimsuit edition. Prince like Vegeta, I am Vegeta, no Resident Evil. My bitch bad like Shiva, swinging sword since the cradle. Chain in my forearms just like Kratos. No hook, but I know what you did last summer. Big tits on her chest just like Jennifer Love Hewitt. Cream in that donut, you already know it. Tom Thibodeau's about to head coach the Minnesota Timberwolves to their first playoff berth in over a dozen seasons. Check out my defensive sequence. Lock your ass down like protective parents, child-proof in a cabinet. Hand over that face like a laminate, except not transparent, giving you that work again like I were a janitor wearing no uniform kid. Mr. Yo's shirtless on the court, you thought he was fucking you. He's so good at basketball, it's painful. Been rocking that halo ever since I became an A-doll. Put it in her anal, whether she like it or not. Boss up, chop up, spot up from 3. I can Eurostep my way into the NBA. But that's being cocky. I like my lectures sloppy, and when she be calling me daddy and doesn't want a thing. I step into your section ready to wet you like secretions. Dripping is the bloodshed on the hot metal of my 9mm Beretta with the pretty wood grain all up in the handpiece. Impressive heat, Hassan Whiteside. I'm a white guy with a black bride, ordering sides of fries with my hamburgers when I go out to eat for dinner. No mister, just hit you with another winner, assisted by Young Davis's help on the instrumental. Take them panties off, baby, if they ain't already. It's Sundress season, she's sliming to the point where I can just slide in.